Awesome. I think we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Package Group Weekly Retrospective. Today is Friday, June 19th, 2020. We're going to start off with what went not so well. Gigi has the first point. I'll read for Gigi. Composer got merged a little bit late and still is pending removing the feature flag. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gigi, for adding that. Ian, over to you.
This week we wrapped up the milestone and it felt a little bit chaotic on the design side, just because some of the deliverables shifted in the middle of the milestone, which was kind of a challenge. And then this milestone, I switched over from Sketch to Figma, which are two design tools. It turned out to be a little bit more expensive of an onboarding than I thought. Both learning the new tool and the team organization in Figma was kind of new to me. Over to Nico.
Yeah, so this week I spent way too much energy outside of the stage, and this doesn't make me terribly happy. And over to 80.
Yeah, it's just a little feeling a little under the weather this week, a little ill, so not at full stuff doing capacity on the gel.
Yeah, so the registry type and version detection is not going to make it for the release. So it's a miss. And Gigi on what went well. Composer download MR finally merged. And on to team.
Yeah, for what went well, I'd say that just looking at some of our data and seeing adoption grow across all the different package manager formats has been really cool. And from a process perspective, I think conducting the design and an investigation issue during the same milestone for the remote and virtual registries has been awesome. It's been really exciting reading through the issues and seeing the thought go both ways between Ian and David, although sometimes reading those made my head spin. It's a little intimidating logging in and seeing these long conversations, but it was really cool to see the thought going into it. On to Ian.
It was exciting. This week we delivered the dependency proxy UI and it had lots of screens and was bigger than I anticipated, but we were able to get it done before the end of the milestone. And it's really in a good spot for solution validation, which makes me really excited. And speaking of excitement, someone technical noted that the container registry doesn't actually contain any containers. And it made me really happy when I saw that. And I wanted to share that with everyone. Over to David.
Thanks. Yeah, this week we talked and discussed a lot about the Go proxy feature, and this feature has many MRs and issues open, so we came up with a plan of how to move forward, because actually right now the Go proxy is behind the feature flag and we should be focusing on the essential features that will help us to remove this feature flag and release the Go proxy. Over to Nico.
Yeah, so 13.1 finished all nice and clean. No final rushes, no desperate like sprint towards the end, and this makes me happy. And I also, now it's almost a month that I'm doing maintainer, or maybe 3 weeks, and I'm more at ease with it, and some of the stress related to that is finally lowered. And over to Joao.
So we made great progress on switching to registry APIs for the read operations to the database. It's almost done, which is great. And there was also a lot of good discussions going on around the tag expiration policy feature. It's always nice to have those conversations. On to Whaley.
Yeah, so we began some serious rework on the registry's API integration test, and the future looks bright. A lot more less huge and unwieldy than they previously were. And on to John.
Thank you, Haley. I wanted to give a shout out to Nick and Steve. Steve just hopped on. Hi, Steve. Hope you're well. And Nick, if you're watching, hope you're doing well also. And then last point, all the 13.1 blog posts were merged on time. So super excited about that. And thanks everybody for your awesome efforts. Looks like that's the end of our items for this week. Does anybody have anything else to add before we stop the recording?
I just have one question about the Composer feature flag MR, the follow up. It looks like it's still open. Do you think that we could, is it possible, if it gets removed today, will it still make the release?
That's a good question, Tim. I would have to go double check.
Okay.
If it's behind the
It's
feature
the
flag,
19th. Yeah.
it won't get rolled out to production anything after 17th, right?
Yeah, I was just looking today. I think that's correct, Nico.
There is a way to check. There is a message in the backend channel with the last commit to make it in the 30.1 release, and you can open it and check all the commits that are included.
But this is yet to be merged, so
Yeah, I guess for this one it's a no.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Tim. Anybody else have anything before we stop the recording? No, okay. Thanks, everybody.